Well, since my whole family from grandpa on down has been involved in race cars, I just kind of grew up at the racetrack. I don't know that it was expected that I got in the car, but when I was about 14, Ken Spire approached me and asked if I wanted to give the mini stock a try that he just bought, and he taught me for my first year, and then we built the car I run now, and I've had it since then, and my dad and I have gone on from there and learned and gotten better, thankfully, because the first few years were a little bad. But yeah, we've improved, and originally I was at Flamborough Speedway, now I'm obviously up at Sunset, and yeah. Oh geez, okay, well, the whole family kind of started way back long before I existed with my grandpa Shaw and his brother. So Ron and Don Shaw, they are identical twins. They will try to confuse you and tell you one's the other, so don't believe them. They started, and then obviously my grandpa Ron had 4 boys. Jason, which everyone pretty much knows, Jason Shaw. Then my dad, Randy, and then Jeff and Scott. Jeff and Scott both ran hobby cars, the Canadian Vintage Modifieds. Jake obviously ran vintage mods, thunder cars, street stocks, all kinds of things, and then ran late models for years, and obviously now his son Dale, pro late model, APC champion, all of that. You guys have probably all heard of him. And then there's me. I'm kind of the youngest one, and kind of I call it the last in line, even though Dale and I are the same age, but we'll go with that. It's not that I don't have the aspiration to, it's a money thing. Right now, this is where it's fun, and B, Dad and I can afford it comfortably. It's something we can do. We get to travel a bunch, we get to race a lot. We don't have to scale back our racing just because the car's bigger, faster, more expensive. So maybe someday I'd love to show off in a pro late model, but it has to make financial sense first. In NASCAR, oh boy. It's close between Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott. Oh gosh, I wish I could tell you where it actually started, but for as long as I can remember, from like the earliest memories I had, both Uncle Jake and Grandpa Shaw always had that design on their cars. And I had it my very first year, so that would be 10 years ago now, because I started in 2009. Yeah, so I loved it. It looks so cool, especially with all the NASCAR decals around it. It just makes it look awesome. So yeah, that's where it's from. I think they saw it on like a drag car or something. Like I have the actual, what's it called? It's like the projector thing, like an old school projector, like we'd use in classes. I have that downstairs. That's how they used to do it, and Jake used to paint it on by hand. It was always really cool watching him do it, but that was just a family thing. Same with my number. My number was Grandpa's, and that's what I picked when I started, so. Because Dale likes to make my life miserable. They were at a parts show, I think. It's in Syracuse. It happens every year, and I needed a new fire suit. My original one was like pumpkin orange, so we needed a new fire suit once I decided I was gonna keep racing, and Dale jokingly pulled out this black and yellow one and looked at my dad and said, "Hey, you should get this for Sam, she'd love this." And my dad, like I wasn't there obviously, and my dad just went, "Okay," because Dale and I are quite close, so we just kind of went with it. And I ended up with a yellow fire suit, so I said I was only wearing it if the car was yellow to match, so it's been yellow since then. I love all the room to race. So I raced originally at Flamborough Speedway, and there's 2 lanes that can be quite rough because there's you want the bottom lane, there's no outside lane, and I love that at Sunset I have the option. I can go 3 wide if I want, and it's comfortable. I can go all over the place, and it's awesome. It's when I originally went to Sunset too, it was a super competitive field. Like we had all the big names. We had House, we had McFerrin, we had Benedict, we had Camrath, we had Paxton, we had everybody. And that was why I went there, was for the competition level, the caliber. And obviously the staff at the time, everybody. Like they were all so welcoming, and every time if I'd go back to Flamborough for a week, I'd come back and, "Oh, where have you been? We missed you. What were you doing?" And where at Flamborough I didn't quite have that feeling then. It was quite a different attitude, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So that was the main thing, was the attitude and the competition level, because I'm not racing to drive around by myself. I'm racing to have fun, and the fun is in the competition. So. Probably the same as it is to be a man. I'm in my car, I'm the same as them. I don't know that it's any different. I probably think a little more sometimes than they do, which costs me positions at times, but I don't think it's any different. I haven't noticed any problems. All the guys I run with respect me. I've never had an issue. Nobody's ever looked down on me because I'm a girl. I don't know. When other girls talk about it, I have no idea what they're talking about because it's never been my experience. I wish I was gutsy enough to try a sprint car on dirt, but I know I'm not gutsy enough. And a couple people have asked if I'd run try their mini stock on dirt, and I just, you know what, it's not my equipment. I don't want to go there. Probably chicken parmesan. Chocolate chip cookie dough. Honestly, I'm a little bit of a Harry Potter nerd. I kind of watch them all the time. I can't pick a favorite. Like, I just love the sci-fi genre. I live for those movies, so. I listen to little bits of everything. As you guys heard hanging out here today, the music's a little different. Kind of jumps all over the place. I listen to a lot of old country. By old, I mean some of the 70s, 60s stuff, and then I listen to all the new stuff as well. A lot of pop, a little bit of rock now and then, but I jump all over the place, so. Mustang, that's a silly question.